You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 27 of the 2019 Hays Larks baseball season. This is Carson Ackerman back on the call here on Larks Network. Tonight's matchup features your Hays Larks taking on the Wellington Heat. Leading off for the Larks is the center fielder Drake Andron. Larks coming in this one 20-6 overall, 7-5 in the Jayhawk West Division. On the mound for the Heat is number 42, Dylan Grove. He is 1-0 on the season through 4 appearances, 15 1/3 innings pitched, has struck out 22 batters, allowed 6 walks, 12 runs have come across on him, 7 of those earned, making for a 4.11 ERA. It's a 4-pitch walk for Drake Andron to start off this game. Walk number 7 on the season for Grove.
Up to bat, number 16, Wyatt.
And for Andron, that is walk number 11 on the season. Batting in the 2-hole, it's Wyatt Divis, tonight's designated hitter. Larry to him. Divis on his season, 67 at-bats, 21 hits, just as many runs scored, 8 doubles and a triple, 31 total bases. This one runs inside on him, catches the inside part of the plate, called strike. Andron takes off. It's a check swing from Divish. The throw past or hits off the glove of Sparks. Barks. It's a 1-2 count now on Wyatt Divis. I apologize for the little block in the camera in front of home plate. I'll try to get that adjusted between innings here. It's a 1-2 count here on the DH for the Larks. He swings at this one. It's strike 3. Runner on second with one away for the left fielder, Justin Lee. 91 at-bats on his season, 62 total bases, leading the league. Also has a batting average of .407. Only gone to Larks with a batting average over .400. He'll hit from the right-hander spot. The delivery from Groves to him is a swing and a miss. On deck for the Larks is Mikey Gangwish, the catcher, in the hole, George Sutherland, the right fielder. This one runs, misses outside. Scoreboard here not showing a count, neither is the umpire. We'll see what he is as he steps back in. Check, swing, found off. The scoreboard is on. Far away. It's 1-2. Angeron started off this inning with a quick walk, got over the first, stole second base. Dibbis struck out, and now we're up to Justin Lee. Delivery is a swing. This one off the net on the right side of the field. Net all the way around the stands here in Wellington, Kansas. Dimensions for the outfield, 294 in the right corner, 403 in center field, 316 in the left field corner. Rover looks at Angeron. Misses this one outside. It's 2-2. Crowd didn't agree with that call. It's Independence Day. We'd like to wish everybody a happy 4th of July here on Larks Network. Grove looks over at Angeron a couple of times. Delivers to Lee from the stretch. Pops this one up into shallow right center field. It's going to drop between Hagman and Ridehoft. That's going to be ruled, I believe it'll be ruled a hit. First hit of the day. Justin Lee adding to his league leading total of total bases. So Angeron at second base, Lee on first base with one away. At the plate is the lefty catcher, Mikey Gangwish. Gangwish coming in this one, batting .286, 70 at-bats, 34 total bases, 2 home runs. This is a swing and a foul ball, 0-1. We're having some issues with our internet connection here. Hopefully we'll be able to stream all 9 innings. If not, we will apologize for technical difficulties in advance. We'll have to see what comes up. As of right now, we're holding steady. This one's fouled over the left side, way out of play. Giving chase is Allen in left field. 0-2 on Gangwish now. Grove, a righty on the mound. Played at Oklahoma City University. Delivers to Gangwish, first ball. Grass infield and outfield dirt base paths. Only the third field the Larks have played at this summer with dirt. The 1-2 misses high and outside. It's 2-2. Grove coming into this one with that 4.11 ERA, looking to maintain it steady here as he has 2 on base with only 1 away. This one misses just outside of that top left part of the strike zone. It's a full count. Good job on Gangwish for working his way back in this one after being down 0-2. Angeron takes off. Lee holds steady at first base. They're going to say Gangwish went around for strike number 3. 2 outs in this inning, both strikeouts. 1 from Divis, 1 from Gangwish. 2 away, runners on the corners.
Up to bat, number 8, outfielder George Sutherland.
George Sutherland will step into the box now. The right fielder hitting from the left-hander's batter's box. First look at Grove here. This one catches the outside part of the plate. 0-1. Sutherland batting .367 with 24 RBIs, 44 total bases, and 33 hits. The 0-1 delivery, it's a swing and a miss, 0-2. The 0-2 delivery with 2-way. Lee starts to take off, holds back. Sutherland does a nice job protecting the plate, fouls this one back. This is game 1 of a 2-game series against the Wellington Heat. After this one, after this 2-game series, Larks will travel to McPherson, a 2-game series against the Pipeliners. This one misses outside. Sutherland with a good eye, 1-2. This one is cranked by Sutherland into right field. It looks like Breithop's going to get it about 5 feet in front of the warning track and thrown in front of that 325 marker in right center field for out number 3. Larks strand him on the corners. We'll head to the bottom of the first here, tied 0-0. Leading off the bottom of the first for the Heat is Noah Barks, the shortstop, sporting the number 4 maroon and gold jerseys for the Heat. Played at OCU. He'll face off against the knuckleballer Rustin Hays. Hays played at William Baptist. He's originally from Hector, Arkansas. He's been a pitcher only for the Larks this season, but he hit well at William Baptist. Had a .236 batting average, 17 hits, and had a home run on the mound. 5.28 ERA, struck out 25. Fireworks here in Wellington. That one was loud, caught the Larks dugout's attention. Hays will deliver the 0-2. This one misses in the left-hander's batter's box. It's 1-2. Heat are 20-8 overall. They're first in the South Central Division in the KCLB. Hays delivers from the windup. Strike 3, first batter face of the day. 1 strikeout for Rustin Hays.
Up to bat, number 24, Jaden Hageman.
Hays on his season, having himself a solid year on the bump. Has pitched 30 innings, 2-2 record, 3.3 flat ERA. Has struck out 22 guys, started 2 games. 11 earned runs. Has 14 across on him. The 1-0 delivery to the 2-hole. Jaden Hageman misses. It's 2-0 quick. No score here in the bottom of the first. This one grounded over the left side of the infield. Brooke Brandon making a play in the hot corner. Throws over to Belbin in time for out number 2. Defensively for your Larks, it looks like Brooke Brandon in the hot corner at third base. Matt Cavanaugh at shortstop. DeLeon at second base. Jared Belbin at first base. Hays on the bump. Gangwish behind the plate, Justin Lee in left field, Drake Andron in center, and George Sutherland in right field. So now batting for the Heat, his first look at Hays, it's a knuckleball that misses outside to Joe Rankin, the catcher. Rankin played at Southwestern. He's a catcher that throws and bats right-handed. 2-0. Rankin on his season, batting .379 through 20 games. A solid start to his season. Has a home run, 8 doubles, and 16 singles. It's 3-0 on him. We'll see if he's taken here. It's a knuckleball from Hays in the zone. 3-1 hitters count. This one grounded up the middle. Cavanaugh gets to it, picks it up off a hop, throws over to Belwin in time for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Heat. In the bottom of the first, we'll head to the top of the second. Still no score. You're tuned in to Larks Network.
to the Larks Network.
Top of the second we go. First pitch to Belbin, hit over the left side of the field. In foul territory, it is Barks making the catch. One pitch, one out for the Larks to start the second inning. Larks fans, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Turn on post notifications. You'll get notified every time we go live for every game this season, live on Larks Network. So to the 7 hole is the third baseman from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Brooke Brannon. It's a swing and a miss on his first pitch from Grove. Grove struck out 2 in the first, making his strikeout total on the season 24. This one misses outside and low. It's 1-1. 4th of July here. We'd like to wish everybody a happy Independence Day here on Larks Network. Fireworks will be going off throughout this whole game. This one's grounded back and foul, 1-2. Andron led off the first with a walk. Justin Lee singled in the 3 hole. The other 3 guys in Davis, Gambush, and Sutherland all were out. 1-2 with 1 away, nobody on. Delivery is a swing and a miss. First strike, number 3. 3 strikeouts on the day for Grove, making it 25 on the season. Game moving along fast. It's 7:27 p.m. here in Wellington, Kansas. No score from either squad. Bases are empty with 2 away for the 8-hole. Matt Cavanaugh, the shortstop for the Larks. 1 hit from the Larks. That was off the bat of Justin Lee. This one is grounded over to the other shortstop. The throw from Barks, making the catch on the stretch, is Bray. 3 up, 3 down for the Larks. Crowd, even though they're short in attendance, still plenty loud in celebration. Other team will head to the bottom of the second here on Larks Network. No score.
Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Bottom of the second we go. Rustin Hayes on the bump for his second inning of work. First guy hoof face is the cleanup hitter, the center fielder, number 13, Garrett Thornton. It's a strike 1 on him. Thornton played at Chandler Gilbert. Listed as an outfielder. He's playing in center field tonight. This one over into the left-hander's batter's box off the glove of Gangwish. It's 1-1. Larks lost a catcher today. Hernan Yanez was headed to the airport to get on a flight back home. So that's 2 guys for the Larks that have started off this season looking good. Or, excuse me, Michael Wong never got an appearance other than an at-bat, even though he's a pitcher. He was sent home by his coaches at UNTA. We lost Yanez from the roster today. We wish him well and best of luck in his future career in college baseball. Hitters count now to Thornton. Hayes delivers from the windup. This one's a heater. Nicely placed pitch. Catches the inside part of the plate. It's a full count. Larks wearing their red camos. Rustin Hays sporting the number 19 delivers this one in, and it's just outside to a 6-pitch walk to start off the bottom of the second for the Heat. First base runner for Wellington. Walk number 11 on the season for Rustin Hays. For Thornton, that was on the season walk number 29, still sporting his .349 batting average. Has 48 total bases. It's now the designated hitter, Talon Schaller. On his season, he's batting .268 through 12 games, 19 total bases, 15 RBIs. This one's grounded over to Kavanaugh. Gets on the glove, throws it over to DeLeon at second, turns it, throws it to Belbin. They're going to say he was out by just a step. Double play from Kavanaugh to DeLeon to Belbin. Make it a 6-4-3. So now their bases are empty with 2 away. Sparky Bray, the first baseman, up to bat for the Heat. On his season, he's batting .307, has been hit by a pitch 3 times, 12 RBIs, has been walked 20 times. You can make that. Make it 9. 9 times he's been reached base without putting the ball in play. He's listed on the KCLB website as Jason Bray on the Heat's roster, going by Sparky. 1-1. Hays delivers this one sidearm. Runs outside, 2-1. Hays likes to switch up his delivery. Mostly throws 3/4. Sometimes he'll go a little bit more conventional. Sometimes he'll drop down, throw sidearm. Likes to confuse the batter. Throws a lot of knuckleballs, a lot of off speed, and then he'll surprise the guys with some heat. Gets the sign from Gangwish. Agrees with it, and he'll deliver the 2-1 from the windup. Is another knuckleball found right back at the grandstand off the shade roof. Two and two. Hays delays his front foot. It's a full count. Larks lead the Jayhawk West Division. They're a half a game up against the Liberal BJs. Heat lead their division. This one hit into left center field. Lee gives chase. Andron gives chase. Is going to drop on the warning track in left center between the 355 and 403 marker. It's a stand-up triple with 2 away for Sparky Bray. Two-away runner 90 feet away from scoring. At the plate now is Jacob Allen. Allen played at San Bernardino. He throws and hits right-handed. Good RBI opportunity for him here. On his season, he only has 5 RBIs. Could make it 6 here. Rustin Hays and company looking to prevent that. Called strike 1. Allen hitting 182 through 33 at-bats, 11 total bases. Hays looks over at Bray, delivers this one. It's hit into left center field again. Andron looks like he's going to get under it, makes the catch over by that 355 marker. And like that, the Heat leave a runner in scoring position. We'll head to the top of the third here on Larks Network. Still no score.
the Larks Network.
Top of the third we go here in Wellington, Kansas. Leading it off is the 9-hole Jimmy DeLeon. The first delivery to JDL catches the bottom part of the strike zone. It's 0-1. This one is a check swing, almost grounded back at Grove. He's going to toss it to Bray for out number 1. Coming into that at-bat, DeLeon was hitting .314. That's going to drop just a tiny bit. Has a home run. That was a 3-run shot against the Valley Center Mud Daubers. So back to the top of the order we go with one away. Drake Andrew at the plate. Started off the game with a walk. Stole second base. Was left there. Fouls this one off. Showing bunt there. This one misses outside. Clearwater Heat fans didn't agree with the call. It's 1-1. It's a hot night here on the 4th of July. 88 degrees in Wellington. Fans sparse in attendance, but still loud, rooting for their home team. 2-1 against Andron. He hits this one into left center field. Racing in is Allen. Makes the catch on a dive. Andron just going to look at him. Nothing you can do about that. Great catch. You got to respect the game. 2 away. Andron still leads the league in hits. He's tied with Justin Lee after Justin Lee singled in the first. Back to Wyatt Divis, the 2-hole. His season, he came in this one batting .313, 31 total bases. It is a swing and a foul tip back into the catcher's glove. 0-2 now on Divis. Divis did not appear in the last game in the batter's box. He appeared on the mound, though, through 2 innings, allowed an earned run. That was in the game 4 against the Liberal BJs. Larks dropped that one 5-4. Went into extra innings. BJ scored 1 in the top of the 10th. That was a heartbreaker, as that game could be key to the winner of the Jayhawk West Division. Grove tries to pick this one up barehanded. He's going to throw out Divis by barely a step. That's the second time the Larks have had their third out on a close play at first base. Frank Leo had a long talk with the home plate umpire in between the top of the second and bottom of the second. He's just going to walk back to the dugout this time, gets the ball, put it back on the mound, and we'll head to the bottom of the third here on Larks Network.
to the Larks Network.
Back here for the bottom of the third after a 1-2-3 inning from the Larks. Leading off is the 8-hole Owen Breithaupt. He's the right fielder. Played at Southwestern. This will be his first Rustin Hays. It's a knuckleball that drops low late. 1-0. On Breithaupt's season, he's batting .306. Grounds this one over to Belbin. Gonna throw it over to Hays, who races to the bag. An athletic pitcher gets there in time for out number 1. Hays has only allowed two base runners this game. 1 a walk, 1 a triple. Thornton started off the bottom of the second with a walk, and then Schaller grounded into a double play, clearing the bases. 1 hit from both squads, no errors. Down to the bottom of the order, it's Andrew Brotman, the third baseman. Hays throws another knuckleball to start off another batter. This one misses outside, 1-0. Larks sporting their gray road pants. Hays with his high red socks. Larks have those new red camo jerseys with the blue lettering and white trimming. Red caps, blue bill. Heat have their home white pants, maroon jerseys with a yellow gold numbers, black trimming. Two and 0 now to Brotman. This one's hit over to the right side, hard at De Leon. However, he'll get it in time to Belbin. 2 up, 2 down as we head to the top of the order. Noah Barks.
Up to bat number 4, Noah Larks.
Gangwish, the catcher's knife, tosses the bat into the Heat dugout. Barks going to get a sign from his third base coach. Rick Twyman is the owner and the head coach of the Heat. He's assisted by Cade Carter, Chad Brown, Ron Metzen, and Kyle Tinius. This one is hit beautifully over the left side. Hays can't get to it in time. It's a 2-out base runner.
Up to bat second baseman, Jaden Hageman.
So the 2-hole, the second baseman, Hageman, grounded out to Brandon for the second out of the bottom of the first. Second hit of the day for the Heat. And with that hit allowed, that's number 26 for Hays on the season. He'll deliver here from the stretch, but not before checking over again at Barks. Another check. Not in time. The Heat fans not happy with it. Hays gets a sign from Gangwish, shakes his head, agreeing with it. Another check over. Heat's fans not agreeing with Hays' decision, but sometimes on the baseball field, doesn't matter what the fans do, you got to play your game, and sometimes it's a mental game. His first delivery here of this at-bat to Hageman is a heater. They'll say it missed just inside 1-0. Larks looking to go 21-6 on the season. Heat looking to go 21-8. Rustin takes a deep breath on the mound. Looks over his shoulder at Barks at first base. Throws one in the zone hard. It's lined to Sutherland in right field. Makes the catch on the run for out number 3. Scoreless through the first 3 innings of this one. We'll head to the top of the 4th here on Larks Network.
the Larks Network.
Top of the fourth we go. No score from the Larks or the Heat. Leading it off is the guy who had the first hit of the day, and so far the only hit in Justin Lee.
The Larks, number 9, Justin Lee.
He's now tied in the league for most hits, tied with his teammate Angeron. Been a very much a pitcher's duel in a defensive game. Only one runner has gone past second base, and that was a 2-out triple from Sparky Bray. This one misses. It's 1-0. Delivery to Lee. It's a heater that he can't make contact on. It's 1-1. Lee, one of the most consistent players in the league. You know what you're going to get from him every day, and it's always something good. Had a grand slam in that Valley Center series. Checks his swing here. Gets to the outside part of the plate. It's 1-2. Thinks about going on this one. Wisely lays off. It's 2s. Grove delivers. This one misses outside. It'll catch the outside part of the plate. Actually, it's a 5-pitch strikeout for Justin Lee.
Number 18, Mikey Ganglish.
One away, nobody on for the cleanup hitter, Mikey Gangwish. Gangwish used to lead the league in walks. He has 26. Has been passed by Garrett Thornton of the Heat. He's a veteran of the Larks. This is his 3rd year in the red and blue. His second look against Grove today. Scoreboard here in Wellington reads 1-0 count. Mikey swings at this one, pops it over the left side. Brotman goes over, puts a hand on the fence, makes a catch in front of the American flags over on the left side for out number 2. Two away, nobody on for George Sutherland. Grove allowed 2 base runners in the first inning. Since then, it's been a 3 up, 3 down inning in the second and the third. He's got 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 4th, And he gets Sutherland to ground out to Hagman for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. Retiring the side in order is Grove. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th here on Larks Network. Still no score. Bottom of the fourth we go here on Larks Network. This is Carson Ackerman on the call, leading it off. Hayes, the 3-hole, the catcher, Joe Rankin. His second look at Rustin Hayes. Hayes has allowed 2 hits through 3 innings of work. Has struck out 1, got Schaller to ground into a double play. First pitch here in the 4th inning from his is called strike 1. Russ will go from the windup, delivers this one 3/4, gets a swing and a miss. 2 pitches, 2 strikes. Larks do have a few fans here making the travel from Hayes to Wellington. 0-2 in the dirt. It's 1-2. Defensively, still the same as the starters for the Larks. Lee, Andron, and Sutherland in the outfield. Going from left to right in the infield, Brandon, Kavanaugh, DeLeon, and Belbin. Gangwish behind the plate. The 1-2 is fouled over to the right side. Will reset for the 5th pitch of the at-bat. Hayes delivers the 1-2, gets a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 24 on the season for Russ. 1 up, 1 down. Due up for the Larks in the top of the 5th inning after a fast-moving game. It'll be Belbin followed by Brandon and Kavanaugh, and then De Leon. 11 straight Larks batters have been shut down by Dylan Grove. This one's grounded over to Brandon, who had a shift. He was playing in, and it works. Makes a throw on the run. Coming in, gets it over to Belbin for out number 2. Belbin's girlfriend is here in attendance here in Wellington. She's from Australia, making the flight over. It's been in Hayes for a while. Belbin, originally from Australia, played at Arizona Western with Mason Myrie, who did not make the trip with the Larks here. He's playing first base. We've seen him all over in second base, right field, DHing. This one is a knuckleball that Russ gets it to drop. 0-1. Hayes' delivery is a heater that runs outside 1-1. Russ changes his windup a lot, whether he's dropping his arm to go sidearm or throws a little more conventional, but throws a lot from that 3/4 spot. Sometimes he'll change his complete motion, whether it's hesitating that front foot, delivering it a little slower, but it's working here. He gets Schaller to ground out to De Leon for out number 3. We'll head to the top of the 5th here on Larks Network. Still no score.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Leading off the top of the fifth is Jared Belvin. It's 1-0 on him. This one in a similar spot, just a little bit more inside. Catches the outside part of the plate, 1-1. Belvin 0 for 1 on the day with a pop-up to the shortstop Barks. Over in foul territory, it's 1-2 now. Grove has been solid on the mound, to say the least, for the Heat. Has goose-egged the Larks through the first 4 innings, has only allowed 1 hit, and that was against Justin Lee, and striking out Belvin. That's a 12 straight guy. He's retired. It's been a pitcher's duel here tonight. Rustin Hayes has only allowed 2 hits through the first 4 innings, and no runs scored. Make sure you follow the Larks on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. Stay up to date with all things Larks, and you'll see all sorts of cool stuff, all sorts of cool stats. You'll get notified of finals and my favorite, this day in Larks history on July 4, 2001, as the home team in a game against El Dorado at Wichita's Lawrence Dumont Stadium. The Larks scored a run in the bottom of the ninth to edge the Broncos 6-5. Winning pitcher Kyle Edens tossed a complete game, scattering 6 hits. Dustin Hawkins had 3 hits, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Ed Link singled and doubled and drove in 2 runs. Make sure you follow the Larks on Twitter and Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. Stay up to date with all things Larks all summer long. 2-1. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. You're tuning in to the Larks Network. We're not even an hour into this one, and we're 1 out in the top of the 5th. 2-2 now on Brooke Brannon. Brannon struck out in the second. 5 guys for the Larks have been retired on strikes, making it 27 on the season for Dylan Grove. Full count now on Brooke. We're getting close to our Wi-Fi cap here on Larks Network. We're hoping that we'll be able to stream all 9 games tonight, or 9 innings tonight if we can't. We'll apologize for technical difficulties in advance, but we're still holding steady, and if this game keeps moving fast, there'll be no worry at all. Brandon fouls this one back off the roof. The delivery from Grove from the windup is it hard. Line drive into left field. But Allen only has to take about 5 steps to his left, makes the catch for out number 2, 13 straight Larks retired.
Step to the dish, number 3, Matthew Cavanaugh.
Matthew Cavanaugh at the plate now. The shortstop grounded out to the other shortstop, Barks, to end the top of the 2nd inning. 2 away, nobody on. Larks still looking for their 2nd hit of the game here. Cavanaugh watches an off-speed pitch, catch the bottom part of the zone, 0-1. Steve Sedberg, the Larks first base coach, talking with the umpire, looks respectful. Sedberg, usually a joking guy. He has a smile on his face, and looks like the umpire does too. Frank Leo's had to have a couple of talks with the home plate umpire after some close calls over at first base. He's having a chat with the third baseman, Broadman. Both are laughing over. It's a relaxed night here in Wellington on the 4th of July. 1-2, Jimmy DeLeon on deck. He grounded out to Grove to start off the 3rd inning. The 1-2 delivery runs inside. Cavanaugh turns on that one and smacks it, but it's foul.
Don't forget to bring the foul balls to the press box tonight for a 50-cent piece.
Cavanaugh crushed that. Crushed one in his first at-bat in a Larks uniform over the fences. Still looking for his 2nd home run of the season. Couldn't straighten that one out, it would have been gone. This one is beautifully placed down the left field line, just to the right side of the foul line. 2nd hit of the day for the Larks, 1st of the night for Cavanaugh. Runner on first with 2 away. For Cavanaugh, hit number 32, single number 27, was batting .348 coming into this game. He's up there in the league leaders in hits. Currently 8th in the league. That just tied him for 7th. This one runs inside on DeLeon. He ducks out of the way, 1-0. De Leon on his season, hitting .314 through 24 games. This one catches an outside part of the plate, 1-1. De Leon's last appearance, that was in Game 4 of the BJ series, went 0 for 4 with a walk and a strikeout. Watch the off-speed pitch in there for strike number 2. Grove steps back on the mound, peeks over at Kavanaugh, who takes off. It's a swing and a miss for De Leon. So we will head to the bottom of the 5th here from Wellington. Still no score from either squad. Bottom of the 5th we go, a quick moving game, still no score. Larks fans, make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Once we do, we'll be able to stream the games directly from the Larks website due to YouTube's policies. This is Carson Ackerman on the call on Larks Network. Thank you for tuning in. It's good to be back. Rustin Hays returned to the mound for his 5th inning. Vorik gets a knuckleball in there. A nice pitch from strike 1. Rustin Hays is by far one of the most fun players to call in the league. That knuckleball is insane, and he throws a lot, and it baffles batters. This one, another knuckleball, misses outside, 1-1. Due up for the Larks will be the top of the order, Andrew Divis and Lee. Russ delivers the 1-1. It's Sparky Bray to pop this one up and out of play. It's 1-2. Foul balls are worth 50 cents here in Wellington. Kids making their way out of the stands to go and try to get one. One-two. It's a swing and a miss for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. So due up now is Jacob Allen. Strikeout on the game for Rustin Hays, number 3, making it 25 on the season. I mentioned it's good to be back here on Larks Network, but I want to thank Jake Deckett, Taylor Wassinger, and Gerard Welbrock taking over while I was gone. Showing bunt is Allen, pulls it back as this one drops low, 1-0. Hays sporting those stirrup stalks, delivers this one more sidearm than 3/4. It works for him, it's 1-1. Base is empty, 1 away. Still no score from either team. It's a fast-moving one. It's an odd one for the Larks. Usually, Larks have multiple runs by now. But Dylan Grove doing a great job on the mound for the Heat. And so is Rustin Hays for the Larks. 1-2. Hays has only allowed 2 hits. Larks also only have 2 hits themselves. No errors. Great defensive game for both squads and great pinching games. Hays hesitates on his delivery, fires in the 1-2 low. 2-2. This one in the dirt. Gangwish off his glove, goes over the right side in the grass. Full count. No movement in either bullpen, as it should be, as both pitchers are dealing through their first 4 in the third innings for Rustin Hays and 5 for Dylan Grove. The full count delivery, it's a nice pitch. They're going to say it just missed low and outside. It was a nice pitch from Hays. He couldn't bait Allen into swinging at it. It's a walk here with 1 away.
Step into the box, left-hander number 22, Owen Breithaupt.
One away, runner on first for Owen Breithaupt. Grounded out to Hays in the third inning. Second walk of the day for Russ, number 12 on the season. He'll look over both shoulders at Allen. Check over from Gangwish is a nice throw. Belbin gets a tag, but they'll say it's not good enough. He's safe. Nice thinking from Gangwish. Nice tag from Belbin. Allow the ball to carry into his glove and just only had to move his glove just a tad to get the runner tagged, but just wasn't in time. Russ is going to check over at Allen, not in time. You got to commend Belbin and Gangwish on that one. Gangwish had a great throw, great reactions, and Belbin is only 19 years old and showing baseball wisdom there. It's always smart to have your glove as close to the runner as you can because that ball is moving a lot faster on a throw than you can move your glove. He let it travel all the way as much as he could. It just wasn't quite enough. 1-1 now on Breithaupt. Allen at first base, flew out in the second. Walked on a full count delivery from Rustin. We'll be back here tomorrow night on Larks Network for game number 2 of this series. It's a 2-game series. Larks in the JL West Division, the Heat in the South Central. Mikey Gangwish is very much aware of Allen at first base. Allen on the season, 2 stolen bases in 2 attempts. Rustin takes a deep breath on the bump, steps back on the rubber, a quick spin and a pickoff move over to Belbin, not in time. Another peek from Rustin. It's a swing and a miss. Runner delayed the throw to Cavanaugh. Pulls Cavanaugh away from the bag, but Cav does a nice job getting the tag on there. A nice throw in terms of speed from Gangwish. A nice tag for Cavanaugh. Bases are empty. Now it's a 2-2 count with 2 away. Hays shakes off a sign from Gangwish, shakes off another one, and another one. Agrees on one, wastes no time after agreeing on it. Delivering from the windup, high and outside, back-to-back full counts. The full count delivery, the payoff pitch is a swing and a miss. It's a strikeout here, 2 strikeouts in the 5th for Rustin Hays. We'll head to the top of the 6th here. We're 2/3 of the way. We'll be 2/3 of the way through the game after that. Still no score. We'll be right back here on Larks Network.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Top of the sixth we go. Dylan Grove still on the mound. 5 scoreless innings here. Leading off, it's the top of the order. Drake Andron 0 for 1 on the day. A flyout in the walk. Leads the league in hits. He's tied with Justin Lee. First pitch to him. It's a strike that catches the inside part of the plate. 0-1. On deck is Divis, followed by Lee. And then Gangwish. It's a base hit past the running Hageman into right field. 1 up in a base runner on, just the way the Larks started the first inning to start this game. Andron reached base on a walk. Stole second base. We'll see if he's moving here. However, it's a leadoff base runner, which is what you want. Can't do any better than that. And it's key if the Larks are looking to rally and put a run on the scoreboard here. First of the game for either team. 3 hits now for the Larks, 2 for the Heat. Davis taps the plate. He'll step up in the left-hander's batter's box. He's a power hitter. Looking to do something here. The delivery to him, it's a heater that catches the outside part of the plate. 0-1. For Andron, that was stolen base number 17. He's second in the league. This one, he's calling strike 2 on Divis. Check over at Andron, not in time. Divis on the day 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. His third look at Grove at a 4.11 ERA cut on this one. That's certainly gone down here. This one looks like a pitch out almost. First baseman wasn't headed back to the bag to try and get Andron. 1-2. Grove delivers, runs outside, 2-2. Divis working his way back into this one. We'd like to wish everybody a happy Independence Day here on the 4th of July. Fireworks going off in the background here. Grove agrees with the sign from Rankin, delivers. Divis just protecting the plate there. Doing a nice job of adjusting to the umpire strike zone. We'll reset, go 2-2 for pitch number 6. Divis was coming to this one, batting .313 through 19 games, 31 total bases. Andron takes off. This one's popped into left center field, more left field. Allen makes the catch. Andron retreats to first base. Runner on first with 1 away here for the Larks. Justin Lee at the plate now. 1 for 2 in the day, a strikeout and a single. leads the league in total bases, second in the league in hits. He was tied for first after that single in the first inning. Andron just put himself solely in first place. I don't think he'd be too mad here if Lee tied him as their teammates and it would advance Andron into scoring position. Andron starts to take off, holds himself, but this one's in the dirt. The throw to second base not nearly in time. Andron's in scoring position for the second time tonight. Lee is at the plate, Gangwish in the hole. Lee at the plate, Gangwish on deck, Sutherland in the hole. The 1-0 runs inside, 2-0. This one, another one inside, 3-0. Grove delivers. Lee takes this one outside part of the plate. 3-1 hitters count to one of the best hitters in the KCLB. Larks still a half game up against the BJs in the Jayhawk West, wanting to secure that division, get an automatic berth to championship week. This one grounded over to the left side of the field. Barks makes a play on it at shortstop. Bray makes the catch at first base for out number 2. Andron advances 90 feet from scoring. So now the first runner for the Larks to get past second base. Now it's the power hitting catcher and DH, Mikey Gangwish at the plate, 0 for 2 on the day. A strikeout in the first and a pop-up into foul play over the left side. Making the catch was Brotman. Gangwish's last appearance went 1 for 4 with an RBI and a strikeout and a walk. 0 for 4 with that RBI, a walk, and strikeouts. Scoreboard here at Hibbs Houghton Field is 0-1. A lot of zeros on the scoreboard. 0 runs for both teams through all 5 innings, 0 errors. Gangwish steps out. Fireworks going off in the background. Those are nearby. It's 0-1. He fouls this one over the right side, 0-2. Gangwish played at the Colorado School of Mines. 2018 Rawlings Regional Player of the Year and 2018 Rawlings All-America. Was a 2019 preseason All-America. But still waiting to see what will happen there. It's 0-2. This one outside. And he wasn't just All-America on Rawlings in 2018. He was first team All-America. 6-foot senior from Albuquerque, New Mexico. And this delivery to him, it's a swing and a miss. Large strand a runner at third base. Gangwish has a smile at that one. At a hard cut, 6 scoreless innings for Dylan Grove. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th here on Larks Network. Larks and Heat tied up at nothing. back here on Larks Network for the bottom of the sixth. Rustin Hays returning for his sixth inning of work. 5 scoreless innings, allowing 2 hits. It'll be the bottom of the order. Andrew Brotman has only faced Hays once, grounded out to De Leon in the third. Larks fans, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Turn on post notifications. You'll get notified every time we go live for every game this season. Rustin delivers from the windup. A knuckleball, a beautiful one. Called strike 1. In Rustin's last appearance, picked up the win against the BJs through 8 innings, 5 earned runs. All of those were in the 9th inning. Was going for a complete game shutout, but things just kind of fell apart for him in the 9th, but it was okay. Larks still won 6-5 against their longtime rival. And his last appearance before that against the Mud Daubers, 2 innings pitched, no runs allowed, 1 hit allowed. And then pitched an inning at Liberal, no runs allowed. And then before that, pitched 2 innings against Liberal and Liberal, no earned runs. So he's been solid as of lately for the Larks. You discount that 9th inning, looking great here tonight. He's got 0-2 on Brahman. Russ has an ERA of 3.30, doing great for that tonight. Getting that to drop down. We'll see what it stands out after his appearance tonight. Has struck out 22 coming in this one. He's added to that total. Struck out 2 in the 5th inning. Has struck out 4 on the night, making it 26 on the season. And it's a swing and a miss. 1 up, 1 down for the Heat. Strikeout number 27 on the season for Rustin Hays. And on the season for Brotman. For Brotman on his season, that's the 15th time he struck out. He's now 0 for 2 on the day. We'll go to the top of the order. It's Noah Barks, the shortstop. Strikeout in the first. And then singled in the third, was stranded at first base after a line out to Sutherland off the bat of Hagman. Bagman is on deck. Hagman's on deck, Rankin in the hole. No errors from either squad, no runs allowed from either pitcher. 3 hits for the Larks, 2 for the Heat. A knuckleball is read well, but grounded over to Kavanaugh. He makes a play look easy over to Belbin in time for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here for the Heat in the 6th.
Digging into the box, number 24, second baseman Jamie Hagman.
Second time a batter has grounded out to Kavanaugh tonight. Rankin, the guy on deck, was the first to do it in the first inning. 1-0. Gangwich's going to go track down this ball in the grass. Toss it over into Wellington's dugout. Rustin will step back on the bump. He'll deliver the 1-0 from the windup. Agrees with the sign from Gangwich. The delivery, it's a knuckleball that looked high all the way until about 2 feet in front of the plate. It dropped beautifully. Not much you can say about that knuckleball other than it's a work of art. 1-1 delivery catches the outside part of the plate. 1-2. The 1-2 delivery, this one sidearm, misses outside, 2-2. This one's frustrated with that location. It was a nicely placed pitch, just couldn't bait Hagman into swinging at him. Hagman's 0 for 2 on the day, grounded out to Brandon in the first, lined out to Sutherland in the third. The 2-2 deliveries hit over to the Sutherland in right field, and this one's hit just a couple feet in front of the warning track. 294 in right field, so wouldn't take a whole lot to send one over the fence, but this one's kind of, we're 2/3 of the way through this game. Still no score from either squad. We'll be right back here on Larks Network. Don't go anywhere.
the Larks Network.
Top of the 7th week goes, still no score. Larks looking to do something here. Leading it off is George Sutherland. On deck is Belbin, followed by Brooke Brandon in the hole. Sutherland turns on his first pitch, diving his break. It goes off his glove into right field. It's a base hit for Sutherland. His first of the day, 4th on the day for the Larks. Back-to-back innings, the Larks have started off with a single. Hopefully, Larks can do something better here than they did in the last one. Andron reached third base, was stranded there. Belbin at the plate now, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-up. Sutherland takes off this one. Bray dives for it, can't make his glove on it. Sutherland's hauling into third base. He'll be in there standing up. Runners on the corners with nobody out. Great start to this inning for the Larks, as there's still no score. Looking to put one up here. Brooke Brandon coming to the plate. So Sutherland's decision to take off and try to steal second base, paying off. He goes 180 feet over to third base. Larks fans, don't forget to follow Larks on Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. Brandon sees a changeup, swings at it, can't make contact. It's 0-1. Belbin takes off. This one's hit into left field. Sutherland goes back on third base. He tags up, but he'll hold himself wisely. Allen called off Brotman. Sutherland goes back to third. Belbin back to first. 1 away. We'll see if Belbin decides to go again. Belbin stolen 8 bases on the season, has only been caught once. So at the plate now is Matt Cavanaugh, 1 for 2 in the day with a single and a ground out. He shows bunt here. It's a squeeze. And Sutherland's going to come around to score. Cavanaugh reaches first base safely. Does a couple claps over there. Larks take a 1-0 lead. First run of the game off either pitcher. Dylan Grave, his first one allowed today. His 8th earned on the season. Great first 6 innings. Larks finally get one off of him here in the second. Great decision from the Larks coaching staff and Cavanaugh to go bunt there. He was beautifully placed. Rankin was trying to get to it in time, but Sutherland was just in there too quickly for the Heat. It's 0-1 on Jimmy Daly on the 9-hole. At first base is Cavanaugh. On second is Belbin. Larks scored 1 after that squeeze play from Cavanaugh. This delivery runs outside and drops 1-1. The 1-1 delivery. DeLeon thinks about going around. Takes strike 2. Rustin Hays will return for the bottom of the 7th. Has pitched 6 innings, no runs allowed. Has only given up 2 hits. The 1-2 to JDL. He protects the plate here. Swings at one that could have been called a ball, but wisely adjusting to the umpire's strike zone. It'll go 1-2 again. 1 away here. Grove is going to step off the mound. We get time here. DeLeon adjusts, gets back in the box, or never left the box. Resets himself, I should say. And waits his 1-2 delivery from Grove. Looks over at Belbin, delivers. DeLeon fouls this one back over the press box. Reset, go 1-2. Due up for the Heat. It's the heart of the order, the 3-hole Rankin, followed by the cleanup hitter Thornton, and then Schaller. They're going to check over at Belbin. Belbin was in there safely. On that squeeze play, that's the second time Kavanaugh's reached safely today. Belbin takes off. It's a swing and a miss from De Leon. The throw gets past Brotman. Belbin's going to come around to score the second run of the inning. Kavanaugh advances over to second base. That's the second time Jimmy De Leon has struck out today. He's 0 for 3, but we'll still take the run. It's 2 away here as we head to the top of the order. 7 up to the dish. Angeron. 1 for 2 in the day, a single and a walk. Was left on third base in the 6th. Larks finally muster something against Grove here in the 7th. Movement in the bullpen. Can't read a number on it from here, but when I do, I'll let you know. This one is hit over, grounded over third base. Kavanaugh races home. Beautifully placed ball. Angeron showing off that speed. Races to second. He's in there standing up. It's an RBI double, and Larks looking great here in the 7th. Angeron's now 2 for 3 on the day. 2 hits, a walk, and a flyout. Kavanaugh now has an RBI and a run scored on the day. Larks up 3-0. For Angeron, that's RBI number 19. For Kavanaugh, run scored number 24. Now, it was also Kavanaugh's 22nd RBI earlier. And that's the 27th time Belbin's come around to score. He's now tied for the most with the Larks. He's tied with Gangwish. At the plate now is the DH Wyatt Divis, 0 for 3 on the day. A pop-up, a ground out, and a strikeout. Rowe delivers from the stretch. Divis reads the off-speed pitch. Can't make contact. 1-1. Seven hits for the Larks. The scoreboard reads here. Angeron dancing around over at second base. Gives Grove a smile. Divis fouls this one over the right side. It's 1-2. The 1-2 delivery to Divis. He protects the plate, fouls this one far over the left side into the parking lot. Watch your cars, Heat fans. On deck is Justin Lee. Gangwish in the hole. One-two, Divis swings on this one inside, grounds it up the middle. Barks makes a play on the run, throws this one in the dirt. Bray scoops it, but Divis is in there in time. Runners on the corners with 2 away. So now at the plate is Justin Lee. Gangwish in on deck. Sutherland, the guy who led off this inning with a single, in the hole. One error for the Heat here, none for the Larks. That was a overthrow from Rankin trying to catch Belbin stealing, and if it was in time, Belbin might have been out. However, he came around to score the second run of the game. This one's grounded over the left side. Angeron touch home plate. It's a 4-0 game. Back-to-back singles, 3 hits in a row for the Larks. RBI for Davis, run scored for Angeron. This season, that's the 27th time Angeron's touched home plate, tying him for the Larks lead with Belbin and Gangwish. And for Davis, that's RBI number 23 on the season. We're going to have a mound visit here in Wellington. We're going to take a quick pause here on Larks Network, see if we get a pitching change. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Still in the top of the 7th, new pitcher is Braden Corley. He played at Murray State for their baseball team. Murray State, home of John Moran, who just went number 2 in the NBA draft to the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a strike 1 called on Gangwish. Corley on the season, no record through 4 appearances, has gone 5 innings strong. Only 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts, no walks, has allowed 9 hits, has an ERA of 1.8 flat. This one, a nasty curveball, but it'll miss inside, 1-1. That had a ton of movement. Looked like it was soft and going to go over Gangwish's head. Dropped in, but just inside. He's a lefty on the bump. Delivers from the stretch. This one much faster. It's a heater. Drops low, though, 2-1. Two one to Gangwish. This one's grounded over to Hagman. Off his glove, struggles with it, tosses it over to Bray. Can't make it in time. That's going to be the second error of the game for Heat. But the bases are loaded with 2 away. It looks like Corley was going to come in and get that last out, and Larks are going to leave 2 on, but Gangwish gets lucky. Bases are loaded with 2 away in the top of the 7th. Larks have now batted around. It's Sutherland led off this inning with a single, came around to score. This one's grounded over the right side. Bray makes a play, tags it back himself for out number 3. Bases are left loaded. However, Larks get 4 in the 7th. We'll head to the 7th inning stretch. Larks lead the Heat 4-0.
to the Larks Network.
Seventh inning has been stretched. Rustin Hays returns to the mound for his seventh inning of work. The guy leading it off is Joe Rankin after a long top of the seventh where the Larks got four. This one popped over the right side. Belbin makes the play about 2 feet into the grass for out number one. Rankin now 0 for 3 on the day. Ground out, a strikeout, and now a pop-up. One away here, nobody on for the cleanup hitter, the center fielder, Garrett Thornton. He played at Chandler Gilbert. On the season, Thornton was coming this one, batting .349, 14 stolen bases, 14 strikeouts, 26 RBIs, 48 total bases, 28 walks. This one's hit hard into left field. Giving chase is Lee. It's a dinger past the 316 marker in left field. The corners are shallow, 316 in left, 294 in right field. It's a solo shot off the bat of the cleanup hitter, Thornton. It's a 4-1 ball game. That's the 4th home run on the season for Thornton.
Up to bat, designated hitter, number 37, Talon Shea.
And for Russ on the bump. That's the 3rd home run Rustin has allowed. It's 0-1 on the 5-hole Talon Schowler. 1-1. Don't forget, you can catch the second half of the series tomorrow night here on Larks Network. And then after this 2-game series is complete, Larks will travel to McPherson and take on the Pipeliners, a 2-game series there. They'll get the 8th off and then be back home at Larks Park on the 9th, taking off the Dodge City A's. 2-2. That Dodge City series, it's a 2-game one, but it's key. Larks have a half-game lead in the division. They want to advance to that championship week here. They want to control their own destiny. That's what they're going to try to do on the 9th in Hays. Fireworks going on. It's the 4th of July. This one grounded back, and Rustin Hays makes the catch. Great reactions. Toss it over to Belbin for out number 2. Heat are down to their final 7 outs of what felt like a game that could have gone to extras with no scores. All of a sudden, a 3-1 lead for the Larks.
Leading in the box via Wellington, heat number 14, first baseman Smoky Gray.
We'd like to wish a happy 4th of July and happy Independence Day to everyone from Larks Network. Stepping up to the box, it's Sparky Bray. 1 for 2 on the day, had a triple in the second, reached 3rd, was straining there after a fly out to Angeron, and then he walked in the 5th actually. 0 for 1, reached first base, was stranded there after he was caught stealing. 0-1 on him. This one in the dirt over the head of Gangwish after the bounce. 1-1. Excuse me, I was looking at Allen. Allen's 0 for 1 today. He's on deck. Bray 1 for 2, a strikeout and a triple. Bray was coming to this game batting .307 and 18 singles, 6 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 dingers. He's been hit by a pitch 3 times, struck out 19, has driven in 16 guys. Bases are empty with 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. Delivery from Rustin, grounded over to Kavanaugh, makes the play off the ground, throws over to Belbin, who doesn't have to stretch for it. That's 3 outs here in the 7th inning. Heat get 1 back off the home run from Garrett Thornton. We'll head to the top of the 8th here on Larks Network. Your Larks are leading the Wellington Heat 4-1.
to the Larks Network.
Leading off the top of the 8th, it's Jared Belbin. Larks batted around in the 7th. George Sutherland was the first batter, first hit, first run, and was the last out. Belbin's the 6th hole. It's 1-0 on him. It's 1-1. Larks up 4-1. No score from either squad through the first 6 innings. Larks got 4 in the 7th. 1 for the Heat on a solo shot. Nice snag from Hageman on the dive in the grass, but can't make the throw in time to Bray. It's a leadoff single for Jared Belbin. As you can see on your screen now, due up, it's Brandon at the plate now. Kavanaugh on deck, Daly on the hole. And if necessary, we'll head to the top of the order in Drake Angeron. Brandon's first look at Braden Corley. It runs low, 1-0. Fireworks going off in the outfield here. It looks cool from my view. I'm not sure if it's showing up on the camera. 1-0 becomes 1-1. This one in the dirt. They're going to look Belbin back to the bag. 2-1. It's 84 degrees here in Wellington, Kansas. It's cooled off. Wind blowing 9 miles an hour across the field to the left side. Brandon hits this one over the right side and foul. 2-2. Corley played at Murray State. He's a lefty. The southpaw delivered the 2's count to Brandon. Gets him to swing and miss. Second time Brandon struck out on the day. He's now 0 for 4. Up next is Matt Cav. 2 for 3 on the day. 2 singles and a ground out to the fellow shortstop. Grounded out to Barks in the second. Runner on first, 1 away. Belbin takes off. Kavanaugh fouls this one back on the hit and run. 0-1. Jimmy DeLeon on deck. In the hole is the top of the order, Drake Angeron. Corley steps off the bump. Kavanaugh steps out of their batter's box. It's 0-2. Righty versus lefty here. The southpaw will deliver the 0-2 delivery to Kavanaugh, looking for his 3rd hit of the day here. And it's going to be a pickoff over at Belbin. First, it's not in time. Belbin attempted to steal, was sent back on the foul ball. If he would have been safely, he would have been stolen base number 9. He takes off again, this one outside. Rankin can't quite get a grip on the ball, so Belbin will be in there safely for stolen base number 9 on the season. Into 1-2. Belbin at second base. 2 for 4, a strikeout and pop-up, and singles in back-to-back innings. This one's grounded over to the left side of the hot corner. Rotman gets it over to first in time the second time tonight. Kavanaugh's been called out at first after a very close play. Nonetheless, Belbin's at second base in scoring position with 2 away for the bottom of the order, the 9-hole, Jimmy DeLeon. DeLeon 0 for 3 on the day, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Due up for the Heat will be the 7, 8, and 9, Allen, Breithoft, and Brotman. Called strike 1 on DeLeon. The 0-1 in the dirt. Do a nice job of blocking, get his ranking 1-1. DeLeon hits this one hard, but way out of play, 1-2. The 1-2 to JDL. Belbin takes off. It's a swing and a miss the third time. DeLeon will strike out today. They're going to say it was off his bat. So Belbin will go back to second base. Coming out of the dugout is Rick Twyman. Has some words for the umpire. He'll go back to the box, shaking his head. Fires going off all around here in Wellington. This delivery just outside from my view, but it catches the outside part of the plate. In actuality, it's a strikeout for DeLeon. He's now hat-tricked. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Heat down to their final 3 outs. Larks lead them 4-1.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Bottom of the 8th we go. Returning to the bump is Preston Hays. Went 8 innings strong in his last appearance. Picked up the win against the BJs. Looking for another win tonight, making his record 3-2. He has 6 outs remaining. This one runs inside, almost catches. Jacob Allen, the left fielder, doesn't. It's 1-0 on him. Allen 0 for 1 on the day. A fly out to Andron to end the second, and then walked in the 5th. Was caught stealing. Larks fans, don't forget to follow the Larks on Twitter and on Facebook. A knuckleball sent into left field. Justin Lee makes a play on a hop. Nice catch from Justin in left field. 1 up, 1 down to start the 8th. Heat down to their final 5 outs.
Stepping up to the plate, right fielder number 22, Owen Brighthop.
So left fielder lines out to a fellow left fielder. Justin Lee started at left field, played in right field, played in center, and has started a few at second base. He said he started at second base or played second base for about half of his freshman year at Cochise. De Leon's at second base tonight. Knuckleball from Hays, a beautiful one. Started inside and high, ended up outside part of the plate and low, 0-1. Right hop sends this one past the glove of Belbin. It's a base hit for him. He's now 1 for 3 on the day. Runner on first with 1 away. Hays calls time. He wants a different ball. And he'll get one. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter after this at-bat. Looks like, excuse me, no, we're not. Bottom of the order, Andrew Brotman, the third baseman, 0 for 2 in the day, a strikeout and a ground out. This one's popped up over the right side. Belbin, Hays Gangwish giving chase. Belbin goes over to the Larks dugout. It's out of play. Oh, 0-1. Check over at first base. Checking on Bryhopt. Not in time. Hays will step off the bump again. Fireworks going all around. Ought to be a distraction for the pitcher. However, Rustin Hays and Dylan Grove and Braden Corley have all done a nice job keeping themselves composed and blocking out distractions. Check over again at first, not in time. This delivery outside, 1-1. This one's fouled back, 1-2. Due up is the top of the order. On deck, it's Noah Barks. He's 1 for 3 in the day, a single and a ground out and a strikeout. Brahman was coming to this one, batting .316, struck out 14 times, has driven in 10. In the 6th inning, he added to his total strikeouts, making it 15. Hays has gone 7 1/3, only allowing 1 earned run and 4 hits. He'll deliver from the stretch. Movement in the Larks bullpen. This one's hit into right center field and hard, giving chases Andron and Sutherland. It's off the fence. Tumbling at first base is Brotman. And he got his jersey dirty, but he's in at second base. It's a stand-up double. Runners on first and second. Larks up by 3. His first hit of the day. Moving Brian hopped over to the third base. We're going to the top of the order now for Noah Barks.
Up next at the dish, shortstop number 4, Noah Barks.
Trying to get a read who is in the Larks bullpen. It's dark over on the non-lit bullpen over on the right side of the field. Can't quite tell by the delivery of it, and I can't read a number from here. Rustin looks frustrated on the mound, but he's a smart guy. He knows that he needs to compose himself here and just face his batter and keep those runners where they're at. And this one, knuckleball misses high, 1-0. Runners at second and third in Brahman and Breithaupt respectfully. This one is hit into right field. Sutherland gets under it. He makes a throw over. That's cut off, not cut off by Kavanaugh. Brandon. The throw to Brandon almost catches Brahman tagging, but he's in there safely at third. And it's an RBI sacrifice fly for Noah Barks. It's a 2-4 lead with 2 away for the Larks. Likely will be the last out Rustin will face tonight. Moving in the bullpen, he's allowed 1 run in back-to-back innings. Still a phenomenal night through 6 scoreless. He's only allowed 5 hits. This one misses high and inside, 1-0. For Barks, that was RBI number 12. And for Breithaupt, run scored number 6. 1-1. This one grounded over to Kavanaugh, eats it, throws it over to Belbin, and out. Out at first base is Jaden Hagman. Heat strain 1 at third base. They get 1 on the sacrifice fly from Barks. Driving in Breithaupt will head to the top of the 9th. Larks leading the Heat 4-2.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
Leading off the top of the ninth is the top of the order, Drake Angeron. 2 for 3 on the day, a fly out, a walk, a single, and a double. This one's a heater that misses high and outside, 1-0. Beautiful night for baseball. It's cooled off. Wind has died down. Fireworks in the outfield. A beautiful sight. This one's a heater on Angeron. Call strike 1, 1-1. New pitcher, Brandon Moore. He pitched at Chandler Gilbert on a season. 5 appearances, no record. Has pitched 7 innings, allowed 9 hits, 3 earned runs, ERA of 3.86. 6 walks allowed, 3 strikeouts. This one misses. It's 2-2 on the Fort Hays commit. First batter, Moore face. Works Angeron to a 2-2 count. Angeron does a nice job protecting the plate. Fouls this one over the left side. On deck is the 2-hole Wyatt Divis, followed by Justin Lee in the hole. Still not getting a read on who the pitcher is for the Larks in the bullpen. 2-2, it's a swing and a miss for Angeron. Only the second time he's been out tonight. 1 away in the top of the ninth. Nobody on for Wyatt Divis, the DH. Divis on his day, a strikeout, a ground out, a pop-up, and a single. His first look at Moore here. Swings at this one, lines it hard over past Brotman into left field. Allen gets it. It's a base hit and back-to-back at-bats for Divis. Runner at first with 1 away. Up next is Justin Lee, league leader in total bases.
Up next, outfielder number 9, Justin Lee.
This is a delivery that misses high on Justin, 1-0. Lee on the day, a single, a strikeout, a ground out, and another single. He played at Cochise with Yanez, who was dropped from the roster today. He's going home. Not dropped, he wasn't cut. It was his choice to leave 1-1. Played at Cochise with him, Sutherland, and De Leon. This one's fouled out of play. It's 1-2. Lee's going to Angelo State in the fall. Moore looks over at Divis. This one runs inside. It was a nice pitch. Lee is struck out. Second time today, Lee's gone down on strikes. Both outs that Moore has got have been strikeouts. One on Angeron, one to Lee. Arguably 2 of the best hitters in all of the league. 2 away, runner on first for the cleanup hitter, Mikey Gangwish. Moore stands on the bump with his tall frame, facing off against the power-hitting lefty. Gangwish 0 for 4 on the day, reached on an error in the 7th. 1-0. Delivery. It's a swing and a miss from Gangwish. 1-1. Mentioned Gangwish is very much a power hitter. Hit 46 in his career at the Colorado School of Mines. Drove in 186, 209 hits, a 354 batting average. You can see why he was a 2018 Rawlings First Team All-America, 2019 preseason All-America. 1-1 is a heater that misses low and outside. 2-1. (9:21 p.m.) We're barely over 2 hours into this game, but we're still 2 outs in the top of the ninth. One of the most fast-moving games. Very much a pitcher's duel through the first 6. Larks got 4 in the 7th, and then the Heat got 1 in the 7th as well, and then 1 in the 8th. This is a single from Gangwish, driving Divis over to third base. Runners on the corners with 2 away. 2 strikeouts and 2 singles allowed for Brandon Moore. So at the plate now is the 5-hole George Sutherland St. Louis commit. 1 for 4 on the day. A single, a ground out and a fly out, and then another ground out. His first look at Moore. Righty on the mound, lefty at the plate. The delivery. It's a heater that's on the outside part of the plate, called strike 1. Heat will be down to their final 3 outs, and due up is Hagman, Rankin, and Thornton. The 0-1 in the dirt. It gets past Rankin. Divis stops himself. Rankin couldn't find it in the grass. Gangwish advances over to second. Divis scores. It's a 5-4 lead for the Larks. First run scored on the day for Divis. He drove in 1 earlier. That was in the 7th inning on the season. That is the 22nd time he's touched home plate. 1-1 count now on Sutherland. 5-2 lead for the Larks. This one outside, 2-1 on the New York native. Eleven hits for the Larks through 8 innings and 2 outs in the 9th. This one outside, hitters count for Sutherland. Called strike 2. It's a full count on Sutherland with 2 away in the top of the 9th. Righty in the bullpen for the Larks. Doesn't narrow it down too much. A lot of the pitching staff are right-handers. This one's hit over out of play over the left side. Giving chase is Brotman. Slows himself up in front of the dugout. Jersey's very dirty. 23's covered up. He tripped, rounding first base. Was still got a stand-up double. Full count again on Sutherland. He awaits the payoff pitch from Moore. The payoff pitch is in the dirt, past Rankin. Gangwish advance to third. Runners on the corners with 2 away for the second time this inning. Great at bat from Sutherland. 12th time this season Sutherland's walked. Jared Belbin at the plate now. 2 singles, a pop-up, and a strikeout. Swings hard at this one, 0-1. Belbin's first look at Moore. Taking off is Sutherland. He'll have to go back to first. This one's fouled out of play, 0-2. On deck is Brannon. In the hole is Cavanaugh. Angeron led off this inning with a strikeout. A single from Divis. He came around to score on a, I'm not sure if it was ruled a pass ball or wild pitch. And then we'll see in the stat sheet after this one. And then a strikeout from Lee. Gangwish singled. He's at third base now. And Sutherland is at first base after a walk. This one misses inside, 1-2. The 1-2 delivery, a swing and a miss. Will drop third strike. They get the throw to Bray in time for out number 3. Larks get 1 as Divis scores the 5th run of the game. Wellington's down to their final 3 outs as they're down by 3. We'll be right back here on Larks Network for the bottom of the 9th.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
1-0 is the count on number 23, Joe Rankin, the catcher. Rustin Hays returning for his 9th inning of work. It's 1-1. Beautiful sight here. Fireworks in the outfield. Happy Independence Day from all of us here representing Larks Network. 2-1. Looks like it's actually a pinch hitter. No, it's not. My bad. 2-1 is fouled off. It's 2-2. Hays back on the mound, like I said. 8 innings strong, allowed 2 earned runs. 5 hits allowed through 8 innings. Shutout against the BJs. Came out for the 9th inning, allowed 5 earned runs. Looking to improve on his performance from that, and he's starting out strong as a 2-2 count here on the 3-hole. The delivery outside and low. It's a full count. This one swung on, hit over to the right side, and foul. So we'll get another payoff pitch. Hays gets a sign from Gang, which agrees. The payoff pitch from the windup runs inside, almost catches Rankin. It's a leadoff walk to start the 9th. Heat trying to rally. They have 3 outs to do it. They need at least 3. Gangwish is going to go up to the mound as Larks pitching coach Keith Harper comes out of the dugout. We're going to take a quick pause as the mound meeting goes down, see if we get a pitching change. We'll be right back here on Larks Network. Stay tuned for the bottom of the 9th. New pitcher on the bump is Drew Marufo. He inherits the runner from Rustin Hays on first. Hats off to the Arkansas native, 8 innings strong, allowing 5 hits, 2 earned runs. First batter Marufo will face off against is the cleanup hitter Garrett Thornton. This one hits him. Runners on first and second. Tying run coming to the plate. Marufo on his season for the Larks. 5 appearances, has a save, has gone 7 innings, 5 earned runs, ERA of 6.43, has walked 1 batter, struck out 10. looking to pick up his second save of the season tonight. The delivery is popped up over to the right side. Belbin lets it drop, but it's infield fly rule maybe. I'm going to say it is infield fly rule for out. Number 1 off the bat of Talon Schellner. So still at second base is Rankin. Garrett Thornton at first base. 1 away.
First base, number 14, Sparky.
At the plate now, Sparky Bray tripled in the second, struck out in the 5th, grounded out in the 7th. This is his first look at Marufo. Marufo played at New Mexico. The Lobo has an 0-1 count on Bray. This holds out. Hays on the bump will move to 3-2 on the season. Marufo fires in a heater, and 8 strike 2. Two and a half hours into this game. It was a fast mover. Wellington down to their final 2 outs. This one's a heater in the dirt. Gangwish, nice reactions, keeping it in his glove, keeping Rankin at second and Thornton on first base. 1-2. This one in the dirt. Gangwish blocks off his chest protector, races to it. 2-2. Good job, Gangwish, the catching vet. Marufo will go from the stretch, righty to righty here. His delivery runs inside, almost catches Bray. It's a full count. There is the pitcher up and moving in the Larks bullpen. It's full count. Marufo will deliver his payoff pitch to Bray. Looks over at second base, delivers. This one popped over into right center field, shallow. De Leon and Sutherland gets to it. Sutherland calls off. De Leon puts out number 2 in his glove. Wellington down to their final out. Tying run coming to the plate is Jacob Allen. Allen flew out to Andron in the 2nd, walked in the 5th, and then lined out to Lee. Lee had that nice snag in left field, jumping, putting his glove way above his head and bringing it down for the first out of the 8th inning. Bottom of the 9th, 2-away, runners on first and second, and Thornton and Rankin respectfully. First delivery to the right-handed left fielder, Allen, misses 1-0. This one swung on, hit into left field. Justin Lee, into the left side of the field. Kavanaugh reaches back, makes the catch for out number 3. Marufo picks up his 2nd save of the season, and Rustin Hays picks up his 3rd win of the season. Hays now Rustin is 3-2 on the season. Dropping his ERA tonight, came in at 3.30. That surely dropped, only allowed 2 earned runs. That's final. Larks win it 5-2 against the Heat. We'll see you back here tomorrow night for Game 2. Larks advance to 21-6 overall. They're still 7-5 in the Jayhawk West Division, have a half a game lead against Liberal. The Heat fall to 20-9 on the season. Dylan Grove is now 1-1 on the season, picking up his first loss. Coming in relief is Corley and Moore. Larks win it here in Wellington. Game 1 of this 4-game road trip, looking to continue their success on the season. We'll see you back here tomorrow night for game number 2. Happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July. Thank you for tuning in, and good night. This has been Carson Ackerman on the call. You've been tuned into Larks Network.